Hi. I wasn't planning on filming this video. As you can tell, my room is like an absolute mess and I don't care enough to clean it for this video. I obviously wasn't planning on filming today because I haven't brushed my hair. I'm in a sweatshirt and I haven't even checked my face all day, so my lashes are probably all tangled together. Basically, this is a spontaneous, exciting video. I just got home. It's November 11th. The full moon is just low of the horizon. The sun is setting on one side and the big bright full moon is like the biggest I've ever seen it, just hanging right on top of the trees in between clouds, bright pink, bright orange. It must be a harvest moon or something tonight. I haven't seen that moon that big since like I've tried to see super moon type of night thing, so it's beautiful. And the whole drive home, because I went door dashing for a bit, the whole drive home I just like kept pressing the moon tattoo that I have against my heart. I really felt like the moon tonight was telling me something, like it was there for me, and that's the whole reason why I got this tattoo. I really needed that tonight because I already mentioned it, but today's date kind of has like a lot of heavy weight with it. It used to be a really big celebration date, and the scariest part is I didn't even see it coming. I completely forgot that today was the 11th until I started journaling last night, and I looked at the date so I could write it in my journal, and it was past midnight, so then it said November 11th, and it completely like shook my world, changed today. I felt compelled to make this video and share with you some of my thoughts because the moon, Luna. Hi, Marnie. Basically, this is a video to all the girls out there who are about to fall in love and get their hearts broken. Oh, hi Marnie, giving me lots of love. Basically, instead of beating around the bush, November 11th was my old anniversary date. I thought it was the coolest thing because it was 11/11, make a wish, and in my little naive mind, I was like, wow, I have the best anniversary date ever. 11/11, like, cannot compete. It's amazing. And the ironic part is now I don't even have an anniversary date with my current boyfriend. Just the natural flow of our relationship. It's kind of like, well, when did we really start dating? Wait, what date should we say is our anniversary date? So we have a few, but essentially today used to be a day that I looked forward to for a couple of years. It was a day of celebration, and every single day at 11:11 a.m. and 11:11 p.m. it was special. And a year ago, even though we had just broken up, we still, like, for the sake of 11/11, my ex-boyfriend and I like got dinner at the same restaurant that we had for the last 3 years. For me, it was closure. It was really good to just close the book and be like, this is great, deuces, bye. Thank you, next. But wow, I just cannot believe it's been a year, and to think that like in some alternative universe, not even alternative universe, just to think like if things were different, this would be like our 3rd year anniversary. And I'm not hung up on him. I'm not over him. I think it's more so just like maybe mourning the loss of who I was or just celebrating who I am now. I'm not even sure. It just feels kind of like a funeral date where it's like, wow, it's been 1 year since that. And this is such a long intro, but I think I was just trying to say that like 11/11 used to like hold so much emphasis and happiness to its date, and it was a day that I would celebrate and look forward to. It was great. I cannot get over how like Emma Chamberlain I look. It was great, but now it's any other day. It's just a normal date, even though it's always going to feel different in my heart. And 11/11, by the natural nature of it, is 11/11, make a wish. Yeah, so basically when I saw the full moon driving home tonight, and it was huge and it was pink and it was beautiful and it just took up the whole sky, it just went right into my chest, hit me in the heart, and I took it as like the universe giving me a gift on this day, kind of just being there for me and being like, here, have something happy today. And it really urged me because this video is going to be me reading something that I wrote last night in my journal to younger me 3 years ago on this date, the date of our first date. And I wasn't sure if I was going to share it. I wrote it for myself last night, and then after I finished I was like, you know what, this might make a good video. And then I saw the moon driving home this evening, and I took it as another sign like, okay, you're in a good mindset, make the video. And then I set up my camera. I like just got home and I set up my camera, and I got a text from my boyfriend Tyler, and he said, check out that moon, exclamation mark. And it was another just sign like, okay, we're doing this. So this is to the girl on November 11th of 2016, to the girl who's about to go on a first date, to the girl who's about to fall in love. To the girl who is about to get her heart broken, this letter is for you. I have this journal. It would really mean a lot if you could give this video a thumbs up and comment down below. Maybe like comment down below a special date or a date that holds a lot of weight like today holds for me. Comment down below and then subscribe. We really are like one big family with lots of love to go around. It's never too late to join. All you have to do is hit subscribe. Also, don't forget to click the bell because this notifies you every time I upload a new video. And I always shout out the first comment on my social media, so be sure to be following me on that as well. With all that being said, let me remake my low, nasty ponytail. I'm already like feeling hot and nervous, so I'm gonna take off my sweatshirt. Today's the coldest it's been in Minnesota so far. With windshield, it feels like it's -2 degrees. So, you know, the Arctic tundra has definitely hit us for the season. I'm not sure if I've showed oh my gosh. I'm not sure if I've shared this journal yet on my channel, but today we are reading out of this journal. I got it as a gift in high school, but basically on this side of the journal, actually I have showed this in a super old video called To the Boy Who Broke My Heart. Basically, on this side of the journal, I have all these letters that I've written to my grandmother who passed away in 2010. Just whenever something happens in my life and I wish I could tell her, I wanted this journal to be a place where I could tell my grandmother like updates on my life. It starts with when I found out I got accepted into a college in high school, and it just goes up until the last time I entered one. The cool thing though is that if you flip over this journal on the back, I've turned this into kind of like my secret half journal of letters to all the boys that I could never send that have broken my heart. So the first one is a letter to the boy who broke my heart in high school. It's kind of like an unfinished love story. I'll link that video where I share this letter above as well as down below. It's one of my favorites. I think it can help anyone who has like an unfinished love story in their life. So yeah, the flip side of this journal is where I write all the letters to the boys I've loved before. Is that what that movie's called? And I figured it would be the perfect place to write a letter to myself 3 years ago. I feel like there's so much I'd want to say, and I don't know, it just, as soon as I saw the date on my phone last night, my mind was exploding with thoughts and things that I wish I could tell my younger self, and overall feelings of if I could go back, this is what I want to say to her. And that girl 3 years ago has like no idea what she's in for, and it seems so recent but so long ago. Like 3 years really isn't that long ago. It's so recent. It really isn't that long ago, but holy crap, my life is so completely different now and I've grown up a lot. So this is a letter to my younger self. And it's funny because when I was younger, I would write so many letters to my future self. Here's the pile of all the letters I've written to future me on different birthdays and occasions that I have yet to open. But the older that I've gotten, the more I want to write to my younger self instead of continuing to write to my older self. I think this is a really, really great practice, technique, therapeutic activity. So if you've never written a letter to your younger self, give it a try. It can be super healing and helpful for anything that you're going through. With all that, it's been 10 minutes already of me filming, and all I wanted was just to make a short, sweet video of me sharing this in case it could help someone out there. This is what I wrote in my journal last night, and I hope that you'll listen. Dear Makayla, 3 years ago, you're about to go on a first date, and I know you're nervous. I know you've already made assumptions and predictions and fears over more than you'll need, but hang on, breathe. It's all going to be fine. In fact, it'll be more than fine. He'll show up early and get a table, stand up to hug you and pull out your chair. The conversation will flow so well you'll question how you've never met before this moment. And before you know it, 2 tables down, a man will pull out a diamond ring and the entire restaurant will applaud, including you. The table next to you makes a joke that they took your date's thunder, that your date was planning on doing that tonight, and you'll laugh. If only that man knew this was just a first date. But you'll take the proposal as a very, very great sign. Maybe this is it, you'll think. So you'll carpool to dessert next, where you ask your 5 first date questions and drive back to your car after, where he gets out to hug you and surprises you with a kiss. Your first kiss will be short and he drives off. You're going to think it went really well. So well that the next night you go out again to the bars and meet his friends. You'll get a really great feeling. December 14th, he'll drunkenly tell you he's going to ask you to be his girlfriend, but not to remember that. December 19th, he'll ask you to be his girlfriend. January 2nd, he'll say, I love you in his sleep. And in March, you'll go on your first vacation to Los Angeles together. You'll talk about forever like it's someday. You'll blink and it'll be a year. Every 11/11 will be special to you, and you'll blink again and it will be 2. You're about to fall in love for the first time in your life. You're going to travel coast to coast and eat at every brunch place in town. A simple walk around the block will feel special, and everything you do will be with him in mind. Grad school in California, a girl named Stella Rain, honeymoon in the Maldives. He is the life to these dreams. You'll marvel over what you once thought would never happen, getting a boy to fall in love with you, and you hope it never ends. Some days will feel like a fairy tale, and other days will feel like the end. The first time you think it's over will be at 7:30 in the morning, but you'll sit in your car confused and refuse to leave. The second time will be when your childhood cat is dying and you're self-harming and he does everything right to help. The third time will probably be over some stupid fight in New York, maybe when you felt violated. Or the time in Myrtle Beach, when you told him you didn't think you loved him anymore, then 6 hours later had a promise ring tightly around your finger. He will give meaning to Ferris wheels, and like the highs and lows of the wheel, you are in for a wild ride these next 2 years. Your relationship will be like heaven, a dream, cliche, and too good to feel true. Your relationship will be toxic and charming and captured in all the wrong, romanticized ways for eternity. You will fall victim and manipulator, crying over anything to get your way. You will be codependent, jealous, moody, unfair, cruel, and a horrible girlfriend. You will both say you hate each other, and he will still love you. But the love won't be enough. It never was. Resentment will rise. You will never forget a single disagreement, and every apology will bring you closer to the last. Ultimately, the love runs dry. You will bring out the absolute worst of each other, and you'll both never know what side you're going to get that day. It will be unstable and horrible. You'll avoid, block, and walk away. You will ultimately leave him with no choice but to say goodbye. To you, the Maldives, to Stella, 11/11, to life as you both hoped. And it will be pain. You will lose a part of yourself with him. The 2 years will look and feel so different in hindsight. You might forget what really happened. But it all had to be done, exactly as it did, even the bad. So enjoy your first date. He's really going to like you. And don't worry about your nose ring or makeup. He won't mind. That outfit you pick, you'll wear a year from now at the same restaurant to celebrate, and a year later to say goodbye, post-breakup. I wouldn't do anything different. Enjoy the good, the highlights, the laughs, the vacations, talks of forevers, the ring, the life with 11/11s, Grand Avenues, lakes, the Lowry, Blackbird, friends, Molly, birthdays. It will bring joy. Feel the hurt. Feel what you don't want to feel ever again, and learn from the hurt. You'll want to settle. You'll think that you can. Don't. Don't wait for it to change. You two were great people, but you won't bring the great out of each other. So enjoy the next 2 years. It will be wonderful and life-changing, and you'll remember some memories forever, while others you wish you could forget. I am sorry, and I am cheering you on. You will find happiness in life after him. You will find joy in being on your own. You will thrive without him. So good luck on your first date tonight. I'll see you on the other side. Makayla, 3 years later. Essentially, I wanted to write that letter to myself as a way for me to tell younger me that even though it doesn't end the way that you hoped, even though it is a broken heart, don't do anything different. You know, still love, even though it ended in tragedy and hurt. It will still be worth it because you'll learn and you'll hold on to some really great memories and you'll grow. And even though it wasn't the one, like, I wouldn't take back a day of it because it's made me appreciate who I am today. It's made me who I am today. Like, he is just a part of this journey of God knows what, like life or whatever. And I didn't write that to sound like I'm not over a previous relationship. I wanted to write it more as like a big sister to younger me letter, just to say that it's okay to get your heart broken, because not like it's good to feel pain but you grow and you learn from that experience, and it makes you who you are today. And so just when I saw the date and I realized, wow, it's been, you know, a year, it's been 3 years since the start. If I could go back and change anything, if I could go back and never go on that first date, would I? No, I think I would still go. And I wouldn't change anything, even though I had made so many mistakes, even though we fought constantly, even though looking back we were not perfect, you know, we weren't good for each other after a period of time. I still wouldn't change anything because I needed to learn from that, and I needed to feel and to grow and to go through what I did. So this is to the girl who is about to go on her first date and get her heart broken, because it's so much more than that. Okay, I'm starving. I've been out all day, so I'm gonna go eat dinner. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that this has helped. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there, even if you're afraid of getting hurt, because even though I did that and I got hurt, I'm happy and I wouldn't change it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you understand. Write a letter to your younger self. It doesn't have to be about love and relationships, but if there's anything you wish you could have told yourself, even if you're just going to say don't do anything different, enjoy it, enjoy the good and the bad, you'll feel really whole afterwards. Happy full moon, and I'll see you guys with my next video. Good night!